We are not helping them, and Pat Riley would be wise to navigate this trade season very, very carefully or be at risk at blowing everything up. We do know now that the Miami Heat did have some interest in Ja Morant. Ja Morant did have interest in Miami. He even bought a house here in Miami. However, we did get the report that Pat Riley wants to go in a different direction. He's not worried about right now. He's not worried about improving the roster this season or next season. Instead, he's looking at 2 years from now when bigger name stars are available, trying to get Giannis, trying to get Jokic and any other big name star who could be available 2 seasons from now. But that isn't stopping other teams from having some interest in some of our current players, and one player's name who's going around the trade mill is Andrew Wiggins, who has been a huge help to this Miami Heat team with his isolation offense as well as his defense in the ISO and just coming up clutch, just like the other day against Oklahoma City Thunder. And if a team is able to provide a substantial trade package, the Heat could be tricked into getting rid of one player that should be a part of our main core moving forward. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the news surrounding Andrew Wiggins, who's looking at him, what could we possibly get back in return, how well has Andrew Wiggins been playing lately, and what is the right course of action for the Miami Heat. But how's it going, everybody? My name is Marcel Martin. This is Heat Digest, bringing you the latest news on everything Heat related. And before we get started with today's video, this video is sponsored by Kalshi, the biggest prediction market out there. And if you download it using the link below and enter code DIGESTNBA, you'll get $20 when you trade your first 100. Kalshi is the largest prediction market in the US, and on their platform, you can trade yes, no on real life events, sports, elections, news, and pretty much everything. And whether you're in California, Texas, or anywhere else across the country, Kalshi is live in all 50 states. For sports fans, trade on game outcomes, playoff chances, or player performances, all on a regulated market where you can cash out anytime. Where will Ja Morant go? Well, is he going to Miami, or is he staying in Memphis or retiring? The choice is yours to place your prediction and cash out big with Kalshi. And don't forget to use code DIGESTNBA for an extra $20 when you trade your first 100. Shout out to Kalshi for sponsoring this video. But the Miami Heat have a very, very tricky trade season to navigate. We do know that at one point we did want Ja Morant. Ja Morant wanted to come here. There was mutual interest. It was almost too easy, and the trade, honestly, to a lot of Heat fans, should have gone through. The Miami Heat is currently in the play-in picture, trying to fight back into relevancy while other teams that are honestly less talented than us continue to pass us up. And we do know that Tyler Hero has been missing time. We do know that Kel'el Ware is in a weird situation with Eric Spoelstra. There's a lot of things going wrong with this team, and some people would argue that a trade could fix all of it. If we take a look at this report that came out just the other day, truly highlights exactly what's going on with the Miami Heat. But the Miami Heat are planning for the 2028 free agency when players like Giannis Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, and Donovan Mitchell could become available and are unlikely to aggressively pursue Ja Morant on the trade market, per Brian Windhorst. The Miami Heat in particular have been overstated as a potential destination, sources said. The Heat have been laser focused on avoiding taking on money for the 27 and 28 offseason, a season when, as of right now, Antetokounmpo, Nikola Jokic, and Donovan Mitchell, among others, could all be unrestricted free agents. It's highly unlikely the Heat would deviate from the plan to go after Morant, sources said, which really threw a wrench in things because it's just Pat Riley going back to wanting to just swing for the fences. He's a big picture kind of guy when in reality, it's the little things that matter. Building a culture, which we have here in Miami, but also building a culture of players that can stick around, play together, have some continuity. And if you're constantly trying to go for big name players, you're missing out on some players that can help you right now. I mean, when was the last time we had a megastar? LeBron James, we had Dwayne Wade till he retired. Sure, we had Jimmy Butler. He did get us to the finals twice, but then we didn't really do right with that situation. And now he's in Golden State. And what do we have to show for it? Currently the 8th seed, possibly 7th seed in the next few days. So right now, the Miami Heat should be focusing on the present and not for the future. However, there is one player that possibly could help us in the present or the future, depending on where he goes, and that player is Andrew Wiggins, who has been playing very, very well. His ISO defense, as well as the ability to score, create his own shot, his shot off the dribble, his clutch performances is exactly what's been helping this Miami Heat team, and other teams are taking notice too, teams like the Milwaukee Bucks. And in this report that came out the other day, Andrew Wiggins is a name to watch for the Milwaukee Bucks, Jamal Collier reports. It's where rival executives see the biggest chance for opportunity in Milwaukee. The Bucks can accept a larger contract with multiple years beyond this season that an opposing team might be trying to get out from under, such as Miami's Andrew Wiggins, who owns a $30 million player option for next season. And the only way I can see the Heat trading Andrew Wiggins to the Bucks is if we're getting Giannis back, and they're obviously not going to do that. So in that point, there is no talk to be had. Yeah, you can want Wiggins, but you're not getting Wiggins. But then again, it is Eric Spoelstra. It is Pat Riley. If Pat Riley can move Andrew Wiggins to create salary cap for the next 2 seasons when his big free agency that he's just dying to get to is wide open, then we could see a possible trade where we send out Andrew Wiggins for something like expiring contracts just to make room for the 2028 offseason, which would be a dire consequence as Andrew Wiggins has been amazing for the Heat all season. Like I said, he is clutch. He hit a big-time shot against the Thunder. He does this on a regular basis for us. Why would we get rid of him? If we take a look at how well he's been playing this season, Andrew Wiggins is averaging 15.8 points, 4.9 rebounds, 2.9 assists, shooting 46.6% from the floor, 40.2% from 3, and 76.5% from the free throw line, with 1.2 steals, 1.1 blocks, and 1.7 turnovers, as well as 2.4 fouls per game. Why would we want to get rid of this? I understand money reasons. You want to open up some salary for Jokic, for Giannis, for Donovan Mitchell. I get that. But can Andrew Wiggins help us now? Yes. Can Andrew Wiggins help us in a year or two from now? Obviously, whether it's a smaller role as if he starts declining as he gets older, I totally get that. But at least for right now, Andrew Wiggins is a godsend for us. His defense is amazing. The offense is there. Be able to create his own shot, get to the basket, hit clutch threes. Why would you want to get rid of that? Now, obviously, we don't know what the Heat want to do with Wiggins, whether we're going to keep him or not. But if the Bucks are looking at Andrew Wiggins, knowing that the Heat and Pat Riley want to wait until the 2028 season where we have more salary flex, then they could offer some expiring contracts, maybe some draft picks to get Andrew Wiggins to help Giannis in Milwaukee and just have us sit as sitting ducks pretty much waiting for the next few years. If we take a look at some more advanced stats surrounding a player like Andrew Wiggins, I try to make the image a little bit bigger, but these are his advanced stats. And if you take a look at Andrew Wiggins' top 10 metrics this season, he's a strong ISO defender, good post-up player, and good at chasing shooters off ball. Where else are we getting that on this team? Where else are we getting this on the open market? I mean, we have a role player who plays an excellent role. And like I said, his clutch performances is what separates him from a lot of other players in this league. If we take a look at the Thunder game the other day, you have Norman Powell driving to the basket, kicks it out to Wiggins on the wing, a quick catch and shoot three over Alex Caruso, a clutch three that put us up 2 points over the Thunder, forcing them to call a timeout with only 31 seconds left. Is that the player that we want to get rid of? Is that the player that we may want to just ship away in case we can get Giannis down the road? The Miami Heat need to get wins now. We need to get out of the play-in picture, focus on the playoffs, obviously get healthy. Tyler Hero needs to be more consistent in his play. Missed about 30-some-odd games this season. I understand that. And if this season isn't our season, cool. Prepare for next year. Do something. Because waiting 2 years from now is probably the most negligent thing you can do as a GM. What other GM is like, this year, it doesn't matter. Next year, it doesn't matter. But 2 years from now, that's when we're going to actually make something happen. No one looks that far ahead without trying to make moves now. And if we don't go out and get John Morant, if we don't try to, keep Andrew Wiggins for the most part and just try to keep this main core together, keep improving and just getting these guys the help they need, then what are we doing? If we take a look at the salary issue that we may or may not have surrounding Andrew Wiggins, he is on the second to last year of his contract. He's owed about $29 million. I'll blow it up just a little bit bigger. He does have a player option for next season, which he will most likely pick up. It's $30 million. He'd be dumb not to take it. And then at that point, if you want to trade Andrew Wiggins to free up some cap space, go right ahead. Next year, he will be on an expiring deal, which would make him easier to trade. He'll be 31 years old, another year older. However, I don't see Andrew Wiggins regressing anytime soon. But like I said, it's only up to Pat Riley to make the right decisions, and it's also only up to Pat Riley to make the wrong decisions. And he has to navigate this trade season very, very carefully. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. Do you think that Pat Riley is going to trade Andrew Wiggins just to get salary space? Do you think that we should keep him for the long term or the short term? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. We can have a conversation about it. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to check our Twitter and Discord. Links in the description below. And as always, y'all, take care, drink water. Peace.